Hey, peace and bliss. I am Chivatel, aka King Chi, and I am back with another tool for your toolkits. Tonight we are on part 6 with 3D Durga in 5D senses, 5D living. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you all for your patience. Shouts out to everyone who got that update in the HOC today. Shouts out to everyone in the Occult College, gang. Tonight, I'm going to bring to you some more information and some tools of how to bring the awareness of how to utilize the tools of Ma Durga in your own life through self development and your very real interaction with her powers. All right, let's make living with this power beneficial to our lives, our real lives. Okay. So if you're ready for me to get into the first set of our second groupings, put some lines in the chat, give you all a chance to catch up. Make sure you like and share this video. We are almost through the 10 that we're going to cover. And I want to go back. Yesterday, I did a video and I said 8 to 10 arms, and I want to correct what I was saying, which is why I used the artistry and the statue made of my Durga with the 18 arms, 10 and 8, 18 arms. Anywho, just wanted to make sure you have that correction in your notes. All right. So firstly, I'm going to begin with the Vajra. Okay. Vajra, the thunderbolt. We'll get right into it. So with Vajra, the thunderbolt, which was gifted to Ma Durga, we look at the tool, the weapon, and a means for living as a representation of character and the firmness of that character. One of the things that continues to be true throughout this workings is that you cultivate each of these characteristics because life in itself here on planet Earth is inevitably going to present us with obstacles, which I like to call opportunities for growth. All right. So anytime there's some type of change, transformation, or evolution, there's going to be some type of resistance felt because that's just the way life is. All right. So the thunderbolt, being a measure of your firmness of character, really speaks to how do you respond in the face of adversity? Do you fold under the pressure, or do you take it and you continue to push through and refine more of who you are through understanding what that pressure came to give you as a gift? Okay. Ultimately, life will happen. And when you are looking at this tool, can you assess whether you have a habit of completely shutting down when life happens, or are you able to more quickly tune into what are the insights, what are the opportunities for leveling up under these circumstances? All right. They say building good character comes from experiencing some hard things and being under pressure. And that's what it is, character building. Okay. The next tool provided to Ma Durga or received by her is the bow and arrow. I have a lot more to discuss with the bow and arrow, not just because it's a tool that has two components, really three because you're a part of it, right? it is one that gives me a lot of room for insight. And I find that it's going to be something you're going to enjoy, something you can really play with. Because for those of you who are setting goals, it's very straightforward. For those of you who have massive creative minds and you're constantly receiving inspiration and you end up in this space of where to go next, is going to be very straightforward for you. For those of you who are pretty straightforward, get into tunnel vision when it comes to your goals, it'll be straightforward, but I think it's going to offer you a little more insight into how to make sure that you can stay the narrow path, but not be easily broken. And I'll explain. Okay. So first and foremost, the bow and arrow shows the interplay between focus, power, flexibility, and proper coordination of strength. All right. Focus, power, flexibility, and the proper coordination. So coordination in this, I also would insert the word harmony. Okay, there has to be a harmonious interaction between each of the elements, yourself, the bow, and the arrow. It also represents what we are looking at as far as potential energy versus kinetic energy. A lot of times, for those who are the creatives, you're sitting in a space of massive potential. All of these great ideas, all of these great opportunities coming your way, and you have crazy potential. All right. And not to throw any shade, but like that's something that always comes across the relationship networks, right? Don't date potential. You want to want something that is actually what they say they are, right? Okay. The potential energy that's there is built up by one, the power that's already present. Okay. The weight of the arrow holds a potential energy. The string holds some potential energy. You hold potential energy. And it's the combination of you pulling at that string and the flexibility of the bow that increases the potential of how fast and powerful and straight that arrow can go. Okay? For those of you who are more rigid, if your bow, your mindset, okay, is so rigid that when you get to pulling the strings, okay, your bow breaks under that tension, you'll realize that a little flexibility can go a long way, right? The other principle of this bow and arrow will let you realize that one arrow, one goal, one aim will receive all of the power, the force behind it, and get to its destination more quickly and more accurately. If you put it in your mind and picture yourself placing multiple arrows on that same line, you can see how one is easy to fumble. Two, you can lose your coordination. Three, even if you get those arrows to lift off, now the three of them have to share that potential force, and the kinetic energy that you see in motion is lessened because they have to share. Okay? So the bow and arrow teaches you to choose wisely. One, you have to know that the potential energy that you have in order to make that arrow go in a particular direction, that it either is or it isn't. Do you have the potential or do you not have the potential? Because that's set. How much energy goes behind it now requires the tools, the strength of the tools, and your skill behind using it. Okay? I think that when you meditate on this bow and arrow, especially as we are moving into this very bold new moon energy, in the lion energy, right? The bow and arrow will be a wonderful tool for you to meditate on, because a lot of times when a huge energy is coming through, people want to pack in as much as possible, not realizing that the more you pack into this huge potential energy is kind of the smaller the energy you make it for each thing you put in there. So if you take some time to meditate on the bow and arrow, the single arrow, and understand how that one arrow hitting its target can help you become more skillful in hitting the next target, then you will find yourself more pleased with your action, more pleased with how you put yourself in that situation for growth and success. Okay? We can thank Lord Vayu for that. All right. The last tool for tonight that I'm going to go over is the spear. Spear. Okay? The spear is a gift from Agni, the fiery power. It does represent the pure fire energy. Okay? One thing we know about Agni, especially in this practice now, is that Agni is great for purification and to clearing away any of the negativity, right? But with the spear, it's asking you to be one with penetrating the heart. The heart in a situation, when you're in a situation where your heart is pierced by an experience, by something that is around you, you will know whether that particular thing is true or not for you, true to what it is that you have deemed righteous for your journey spiritually. I'm always going to say spiritually, because everything you do after that is going to be connected. Your righteousness is connected to what you feel in your heart. And once you're aware of what's in your heart, and your heart is penetrated, right? You'll know whether those things that you're experiencing are to the death of you, to the detriment of you, or to the life of you. And the spirit is asking you to be a warrior about protecting your heart and your truth from anything that is contrary to that truth. Okay? Press 1 in the chat if this makes sense to you. Well, I'll shout everybody out. What up, Primordial Rose? Peace. Alchemist, Q Alchemist, Faith. How are you? Peace, Mystic TV. Vishnu's Loose. Nice to see you on the thread. Yes, Mama, for the comeback. Peace, Emerald J. Fairy Gang is in the building. La Trisun Gang. Pick it up, pick it up. So, like I said yesterday, you can print out a picture of any of the tools or all of the tools, and as a creative piece, because I know y'all hella creative, you can print them out, get them laminated, and have them as meditation pieces, where they're made with the characteristics and the gifts and prompts that I've been sharing with you. They can help you to contemplate on how you want to, put a time frame on it. We're already halfway through this year. You want to be thinking about how you want to set yourself up for 2023. And having access to these tools, chanting that Devi Suktam, y'all have a huge opportunity to make sure that you don't miss your own boat. All right? So peace, love, and bliss, family. I have a dope exercise for the Occult College. The paid source is going to be lit. Okay? Y'all be getting all the good stuff. Y'all think this is good? Wait till y'all get this exercise. Can't wait to share that with y'all. Stay tuned. Much love. I'm out.